What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. There's some pretty massive news surrounding Giannis Antetokounmpo, and pretty big rumors that he might actually be trying to get out of Milwaukee. Right now, they're like 9-13, and I think they're like the 9 seed in the East. And it's been kind of a abysmal start to their season for what that team's expectations are. There's some teams that could definitely be in the Giannis market, and I want to talk about the ones that I think have actual shots of getting him. So no, I'm not going to talk about the Lakers. I don't see a universe where that even mathematically makes sense. And I just don't see it. I don't see the value matching up. Granted, we didn't see it with Luka either, but it happened. But no, I don't think it's happening twice. The one team that I think ultimately has the absolute best shot to go get Giannis if they want him is the San Antonio Spurs. They've got a great amount of picks. They've got a great amount of young players that are movable and actually good at basketball. Not, just prospects. Like, they've proven that they can play. And obviously they have a once-in-a-lifetime kind of player in Wemby already. Their skill set's probably the best big man matchup you can have, to where Wemby loves to spread the floor and protect the rim. Giannis, very good, insanely good at best top 2 and in the paint for scoring, and he can create. His mid-range has gotten better. So they actually complement each other very well. They have guys like Fox, if you want like proven guys that the Bucks could want. Like, they have certain things there that it makes it easy for the Spurs if they want to do it. Now, the good thing for the Spurs is they don't have to. They can just say, let's just roll with what we have. We're like the 4 or 5 seed right now. We're like 14-6. We're having a great start to the year. Wemby's going to miss some games, but we're playing really well to start, and everybody looks good. They may not want to mess with anything. So let's say the Spurs don't try to go for him. The Atlanta Hawks is a team I've seen thrown around quite a bit. And I think it's interesting because you have guys like Jalen Johnson, obviously Trae Young's there, Zachary Risachet. There's a few guys there that are very high-value pieces in Atlanta. I just don't know what Atlanta tries to keep in that situation, because you have to give up something to get Giannis. And I feel like if you're trading Trae, it just doesn't make sense to even bother going for Giannis, because that's the whole point. Jalen Johnson's probably the number one guy that would be traded in that. But if you're the Hawks, it's like Jalen Johnson's been amazing this season. Do we need to make a move like that? I don't know. Granted, Giannis is Giannis. That's a top 3 or 4 player in the world. And I could see why teams will do it. But the Hawks may be in a situation like the Spurs that were like, we're doing okay, let's run with this. And how much better does Giannis put you than Jalen Johnson at this point? At least statistically, it's not a huge gap. But I think overall, we know presence-wise, teams definitely fear Giannis more than Jalen Johnson. No disrespect to Jalen in that. But it's interesting to see with the Hawks. The other team that I want to talk about, and this one would probably break the league if it happened. And it's the scary part, is they can definitely do it if they choose. The Oklahoma City Thunder. That is a team that's got assets on assets on assets. And high value assets. They've got all the potential in the world to try to make a trade for this. Now, the thing for the Thunder, very similar to what the Spurs and the Hawks, is like, do we need to mess with what we have? We might be good with what we got. They just won a championship. Are like 19-1 right now. Have been absolutely decimating everybody. They're one of those teams where it's like, they could do it just because. And I think that is terrifying for the NBA, that a team can just say, I want him, and go get him. And the team that's already 19-1 doing that. Personally, I don't think the Thunder will do this. They don't strike me as a team that will do this. They strike me as a team that is built so perfectly the way they are, with multiple assets coming down the pipe to backfill when guys have to leave in free agency. Because obviously you can't pay everybody, but I don't see a Giannis trade to OKC happening. But they definitely could do it if they wanted to. And I think that's the thing. If you're going to trade for Giannis, can you even trade for Giannis? Do you have like what people would want? Because I see the Knicks getting thrown around, and I'm like, nah. The Bucks are hanging up at Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges. They're click. It doesn't change their trajectory that much in the long run. So there's, you need teams with young assets, and the Knicks are guys with prime assets, I would say. because obviously Brunson's in his prime, Cat's in his prime, Bridges in his prime, OG's in his prime. All these guys are not on the 25 and under list anymore, so their primes are now. And if you're the Bucks, typically when you trade a star player like this, you do not have a chance at winning right away. There's a reason he wants to leave. So most times teams want to get the younger assets, the ones that they could try to build their team around, that in 3, 4, 5 years, when they're hitting their strides, the team can take off. That's perfect world what teams want to do. So that's why I don't see the Knicks hype. Now, granted, Giannis did say the Knicks apparently are one of the teams that he asked to be around, to possibly be dealt to. So maybe that is kind of what he's looking for. That could change things. Maybe the Bucks want to do Giannis a solid. Who knows? But overall, I think in order of most likely, I think the Spurs, I think the Hawks, and I think OKC. Those are 1, 2, and 3 for me. In the comments, let me know where you want to see Giannis go and where you think he'll go, because I think it's two completely different things. As a Lakers fan, I would absolutely love Luka and Giannis on the same team, but I'm rational. There's no universe where I think that even happens. So I don't want to hear Rui Hachimura and Dalton Knecht and Jared Vanderbilt and picks that are 10 years from now. I don't want to hear that. It's just not good enough. So yeah, let me know which team you would like to see get him, and which team you think will actually see get him if they're different. So yeah, that's all I got. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Please like the video. Appreciate you for watching. Been a minute since I've done a basketball one. Kind of just been easing into the basketball season. I've been watching a lot of football lately. That is at its prime, at its peak right now. And basketball, we know that will typically start to kick into high gear right after the All-Star break, right by the trade deadline. That's when things start to get really, really interesting across the league. Not that it's not now, but that's just the way it goes. So that's all I got. I'm done. Peace.